The next session is called Small Lung Nodule Profile, and it reflects that some of us in the audience have spent the last 20 some odd years trying to figure out how to optimize quantitative imaging. And it's a very important topic, and we're just going to touch some of the high points of it with some of the experts that we've been able to assemble for this session. I just want to say, this is critical to me. I'm a medical oncologist. And it's critical to me because we spent a decade, in the mid 80s to the early 90s, looking at chemo prevention in lung cancer because we knew, late stage disease, very hard to cure and stuff like that. And we put enormous energy into it and this, that, and the other thing. And we had two big trials with cyclooxygenase inhibitors. And ultimately, they failed. And I don't have time to get into the things, but basically they failed because our methodology was terrible. If you can't see something, and in 2000 and 2000 even, let's say, you really can't see early lung cancer. It wasn't until spiral CT came along that we could do that. And if you can't see it, you can't measure it. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. You can't reproduce it. And so now we have a tool that we can potentially use because we can see and we can measure. And so we're going to talk about, when you get down to it, measuring is extraordinarily difficult. The talks we've been hearing so far have really focused on the early phase of lung cancer screening, the detection rounds. But very soon we're going to have millions of people in follow-up across the world. And the change over time, year to year to year, is going to give us a much more powerful tool that's much more consistent, much more accurate if we attend to the methodological issues in how we conduct these measurements. So with that, as I said, we have several distinguished panelists. I will ask them to come up. You know who you are. And to save time, I'm not going to introduce each one of them. Some of them you're already familiar with. I'll ask each to identify themselves before they comment. But we're going to go through a series of questions. And we're going to start off with Rick Avila, who, again, needs no introduction. And he's going to kind of give us a framework for many of these issues with the quantitative process. And then we're talking about moving from lung cancer screening strictly to more integrated, comprehensive, whatever we're going to call it, screening, in which additional disease sites will be looked at. And we have some people who've had some profound experience. I mean, we're the world's leaders of comprehensive imaging to talk to us about the nuances of these measurement things.